Hello, so hopefully some people will be on in a minute and we can start having a chat. So, carry on from where we left off with Bioshock Remastered yesterday. I've adjusted my brightness settings and like contrast and gamma on my desktop a bit. I don't know if that will have any effect on the stream at all, but at least for me seeing the game it'll make it a bit easier. Because as I said last stream, the brightness slider in the game didn't actually seem to be doing anything. So, you know, it's like I was playing on medium brightness regardless of what I did. So some areas were darker than they were meant to be, because you don't get a flashlight or anything in Bioshock, so, you know, there are areas where it's just a bit too dark to see stuff you're meant to see. Anybody in the chat yet? Not yet, right. I'll carry on, I'll check again in a moment, and I'll just sit on the menu until people are on. So, at the end of last stream, we just finished the medical pavilion and we were just starting on, what's it, Neptune's Bounty? Whatever it's called, like the fishing area. Let's go back to the chat and see if anybody's on it. I just made it full screen. Right, Infectious Sheep. Yeah, I've been streaming quite often per week, but I guess it just depends if you're on the time when I do them to catch them. Or if you get notified, because of course that's always a problem with YouTube. Does it notify you? Because if YouTube doesn't notify you, you won't even know I'm on. So yeah, what I'll do in a second is carry on. I'm just going to see if one or two more people join before I carry on so they don't miss anything from last time, but they can always watch it back. Right, the experience. It says where's Bioshock? Right, let me carry on from where I was yesterday and hopefully people join as I Right. I think Bioshock's a really good game. Like, there are problems with this, like I was saying, the hacking mechanic. Oh yeah, this is much better, the brightness now. I played with my monitor settings.
Now you had the pleasure of Andrew Ryan's company. He's the one who built this place, and he's the one who ran it into the ground. Nobody knows exactly what happened. Maybe he went mad. Maybe the power got to him. Maybe he just decided he didn't like people. Whichever way you slice it, good men died. My family's in a submarine hidden in the foundation of Fontaine Fisheries. I'll meet you there.
Alright. Good, you caught the beginning of this one, Mike. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Walked the dogs earlier, got my M16 and that, so I'll do a video on that in the next couple of days. I'll probably do the Geiger counter one I was going to do first, just because when I said to people what I was doing this week, I said that video first. But yeah, like I said, although this one isn't a real M16 in the sense it's like a replica deactivated 22 long rifle kind of M16 clone, but it's one of the best ones that was on the market when you had the like live replicas in various calibers. It does give you a good idea of like what the gun was actually like, so it's very nice and lightweight. But obviously the 22LR one would be slightly probably thinner steel because you wouldn't need as much like barrel pressure. But like I said, it is, for I think the 1960s or whatever when it was designed, it is bloody, you know, good for the time. But yeah, I'll do it in a video and compare it to like an AK and that, so people can see the scale of them and the weight of them and things like that. The only thing that doesn't feel very good on it is the plastic handguard, and I don't mean like it feels like it would break, it just feels very thin. So compared to like the plastic on the FAL, but again, Britain didn't use that plastic probably till like 10 or 15 years after the M16 had the plastic furniture. That feels a lot more durable. It's hard to explain, but hello to everybody anyway. Do I still want telekinesis, or do I want to swap that back for Inferno? Probably swap that for Inferno. Or Incinerate, whatever it's called. Yeah, there we go. I don't think she was actually there. I think that's just a fake shadow, looking at how the game worked. But yeah, you've played Bioshock, haven't you, Mike? It was just you couldn't stream it. Yeah, I really like the first Bioshock. Bioshock 2 is better in terms of gameplay. I don't actually think it's as good in terms of like story and plot. Again, it was just kind of like an expansion to this. And Bioshock Infinite I didn't really like. Like, there's bits of it I liked, but just in general I definitely think Bioshock 1 and 2 are the better ones. I'm not going to attack that Rosie yet. Which I've got some more stuff. Oh, and I did have a look after yesterday's stream, and sadly there are no mods for this that give you like instant hacking, so I am still going to have to do boring hacking during the stream. The funny thing with this is the hacking in this one, which I think is another good thing in Bioshock 2, is in Bioshock 2 you hack in real time. So you basically, although it's a much faster, better hacking sequence for gameplay, if there's enemies near you, you can't really do a hack, where in this one all the enemies just stop attacking you while you hack, which makes it a bit too easy. Want to go straight up really, don't we? Okay, we got the up ones. There's an up one. Alright, another up. Those ones we want, and then, that way, what's this still there? Those two are doing more rights. Yeah. Any more rights? If not, I'm going to have to change this on. I've been fucked over here by the tiles, because I can't, unless I do down there, then another down. But then you can't get through there, can you? So yeah, this is fucked. Okay, let's just, yeah, we can't do this unless I'm missing a... Well, at least that's straight, but we don't have another straight, do we, getting that one? Yeah, I probably should have just done this, like, a couple more right. Yeah, let's break this. Let's hack it again, right, and now this time, assuming you get all the same tiles, we're going to have to, here, sort of do this sort of thing, aren't we? Yeah, that's what we have to do, right, okay, It's not like I dislike Bioshock Infinite, I think it's better than a lot of games, I just didn't like that multiverse thing they did.
And one day the gentleman stopped calling.
Atlas radio on ahead. Says you're looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if your heads up to the Warpmaster's office and find old Peach on research camera, maybe I could manage an invite. What was that? My friend, you are fucked.
That's a good quote. But I bet I'm not that fucked because I've got the, what's it called?
Why do you hide?
I'm sending something first. Watch your back.
I think she's stuck. Yeah, she somehow got stuck. Well, that makes things easier for me. I'm good, Joe.
It's too tough for you. Look on the belt. You'll find something to keep you alive. Now, go get that camera and then snapshots of those that crawls on the ceiling. Then I'll let you into the fisheries.
Well, the silly thing is, though, I think that one's just way tougher than any of the other ones in the sort of thing.
And I'll have you in a box. Atlas gives you a pouch, but I ain't turning my eye just on his say-so.
Old man jumping at ghosts. Fontaine's dead, and everybody knows it. In the ground for months, and half the place still jumping at his shadow. Christ, even Ryan. You never mind all that. We got work to do.
And again, no spoilers, anybody in the chat, because anybody that's watching this that hasn't played it, and there's a few people the other day, I'd encourage them to buy the game or, you know, watch all these streams rather than people spoiling it for them. Completely electrocuted. The thing I've always wondered is, could you actually torture somebody properly with a car battery? Because they're only 12 volts normally. I know there's some 24 volt car batteries, but that's not really enough voltage. I suppose it depends on the amps, isn't it, to torture people. Not to sound a sadist, but because I've electrocuted myself playing with circuits, you know, quite a lot. 12 volts isn't very much. Maybe I have to get a car battery and strike myself to see what it's like. But it's certainly not a wall shock kind of, you know, like thing. I'm just going to do this one quickly. See what we get from it. A right angle tube. No, we can't go that way, okay. There we go. Just a couple of left straights. Right, so Craig says, new viewer here looking at the older videos. Was wondering where you got the radioactive samples for the Geiger counters in the UK. It seems hard to source a lot of samples. Right, under our laws, as far as I'm aware, they're perfectly legal as long as you don't do dumb shit with them. But most of my hot samples are either old radium items, where, you know, they used to put radium in stuff because, oh, it glows in the dark, even though it was really dangerous. So a lot of it is old radium antiques you can just get. Or it's old check sources, where, you know, you can buy a Geiger counter and sometimes it comes with something really nasty inside it to check if it works. So if you buy a, say like some of the old Soviet meters, they often come with nuclear waste inside, essentially, to check if it works. And again, it's something that, like, technically it shouldn't be being sent for all the postal services, but they do, because nobody checks that shit. And again, I don't think you're technically breaking any laws at your end if you buy them if you're in the UK. But like the people posting them are. But you know, if they're willing to post it and you can get a refund if it doesn't get you, then why worry about it? But yeah, the simple answer is basically that as much as lots of stuff should be restricted, the laws have lots of grey areas which people get around, is basically the answer to it. So, you know, unless you're willing to put the stuff away safely and, you know, handle it safely and not do anything stupid with it, by all means, you know, order that stuff. But, you know, if you wanted to do something dumb with it, don't, because you make it bad for everybody else. Does that make sense? Really, $35. That's not half that must be.
Welcome to the circus of value.
That's not supposed to be half
Back
this.
when you get some money, buddy.
Seems like old Peach knows where to find a research camera. Seems a decent enough sort. No doubt he'll wait until after you've done it there and stick a shiv in your belly.
He destroyed my gun turret, the bastard. Right, should we just go after this Rosie now? Tommy gun wasn't it? Oh, yeah, I've got my camera turret. Oh, he got me. Right, I hope he doesn't respawn with full health. I can't remember if they do or not. I know they're not hostile when they respawn, but still. No good.
You have shown kindness to my little one.
Thank you.
But are you really a friend to us? Regardless, a little one brings you a gift to demonstrate our appreciation.
He just respawned in front of me. Let's do Hypnotize Big Daddy instead of Incinerate, because then you can use them to lower their health to kill splicers.
Cry out for Big Daddy's help. Make him think you're a little sister. Watch as he fights to protect you.
Just wasted a lot of health packs. Yeah, I've played Paranoia. I even downloaded the whatever it's called, like an ISO of it, and played it on my Dreamcast, because Dreamcast doesn't have copyright protection. So you can burn Dreamcast games to CD-ROM, put them in a Dreamcast and play them on the Dreamcast, which is great. Not that I've had my Dreamcast plugged in for ages, but you know, I got one for like 15 quid from the cash converters, and being able to fuck about with them is quite fun for that price. Health upgrade for 80, yeah, let's do that. Plasmid slot, yes, definitely. Yeah, let's put the Incinerate one back in there.
Light up foes to 1,000.
Got 100 left, should we do another Plasmid slot, unless there's anything else that looks good. Yeah, I'll probably just do another Plasmid slot so I can have all of them equipped. Yeah, telekinesis as well.
throw objects at foes. You can even catch grenades and throw them back.
I'll never stop chasing you! Never!
Got a lot of tumours growing out of her face, hasn't she? Is that the same level of zoom? Yeah, that's better zoom, doesn't it, on the Thompson? Can't zoom with that. Can't zoom with it. Yeah, Paranoia is the one about the Spetsnaz guys, isn't it? Going into like some factory type thing, and then there's like a basement with all like the zombie mutants in it. Yeah, I can definitely remember Paranoia. If anybody doesn't have any recommendations for me to stream a game after this, I might just stream Bioshock 2, because I quite like Bioshock 2. I said I'm not going to bother with Infinite, but... Alright, sweet ride. Get her all fucked up in this.
Something must be done about Fontaine. While I was buying buildings and fish futures, he was cornering the market on genotypes and nucleotide sequences. Rapture is transforming before my eyes. The great chain is pulling away from me. Perhaps it's time to give it a time.
Hold us to you!
They probably even need a G bag now for all those slots. Just wondering if that audio tape was around here somewhere, the one that says about the code to the sort of torture chamber bit.
Approaching a little sister is a criminal offense. Do not approach the little sisters.
It's quite an easy one. $15. Let's do that rather than bothering to hack it.
Putting all the bathyspheres in lockdown until further notice. Ryan had us install some kind of genetic device into the thing, so only Ryan and his inner circle will be able to use them without dispensation. But the boys tell me the keys are pretty unreliable. Sisters, cousins, anybody in the ballpark genetically will be able to come and go if they see fit.
The Little Sisters Orphanage. In troubled times, give your little girl the life that she deserves.
75 both. Let's go back and get it. One there. Alright, see you, Joe. Alright, okay, Mike, I'll try and watch your videos later when I get a chance. I should have a bit more free time today. I'm going to end this video, by the way, when I finish this chapter, because that's going to be how I do this in Bioshock 1, sort of do a complete level per stream, except the last one, because the first level isn't, you know, very long. So basically, do one level per stream kind of thing, if that makes sense. I'm not going to bother attacking that little sister till I've got the, what do you call it, the pictures of not little sister, Big Daddy. Oh, fuck's sake, it's attacking me anyway, because that, thing. Right, okay. Annoyingly, I've died, but I can at least resurrect him and immediately harvest it. Not harvest ammo, I'm gonna rescue, but you know what I mean.
Are you afraid?
Shoes, medkits. Alright, sweet ride, no worries. So if people come on, they can come on. If not, I'll just play this while I'm streaming and people can watch it, man. It doesn't really bother me. Is there something I could have picked up now? Skip.
Thank you for helping.
Turret over there, so let's hack that one. Oh, I've done a buyout, so pretty much.
Time to play, Mr. B.
So yeah, today or tomorrow I have a video coming up on one of the really cheap Geiger counters you can buy. It's like a Chinese one, but it's all completely built. You know, like up to like I think 99.99 microsievert sort of reading. So that video will be up either this evening or tomorrow, depending if I get time to do it today. And then by Friday I'll have a video up on sort of a deactivated M16 or an M16 clone. And sort of some of the history of the AR-15 and M16. There's that security camera. Some more stairwell. Oh yeah, on that next floor. Might as well just destroy it.
This Fontaine fellow is somebody to watch. Once he was just a menace to be convicted at home. But he always manages to be where the evidence isn't. He's the most dangerous type of hoodlum. A kind with vision.
Hack this one because it's easy to get up. $15, I don't really bother hacking it.
The research camera looks just like one you'd see topside. More than this magazine airspray scratched up, it can also analyze genetic information, parse biological structures, lots of other $5 words.
That's very interesting, sweet ride. Alright, Rich. That's not very far away. Yeah, sadly I don't have a 3D printer, because if I had a 3D printer I could do loads of cool stuff with surplus. Yeah, sadly I don't, but you know, in the future as they get cheaper and cheaper I'll probably get one. Oh, they're quite good, those bucks.
Jesus loves me, this I know.
For the Bible tells me so.
Little ones to him belong. There are we.
Now get me some snaps on those spider splicers. And don't come back down here till you've got my research.
He is strong. Why do you always do this?
That's the thing, Sweet Ride. It's like, yeah, a nice thing that if it doesn't cost much to top it up and you've got like the actual thing, it's probably quite good, isn't it? But I did see the UK police were whinging recently about 3D printed guns.
Only making it worse, man. You think you know me?
Won't go for that one.
I'm just lonely. I'm lonely.
Where's his body go?
This little sea slug has come along and glued together all the crazy ideas I've had since the war. It doesn't just heal damaged cells, it resurrects them. I can bid the double helix. Black can be...
If things weren't bad enough, seems that even our water systems... You have the research camera? Good. Guess it's time to get to work for old Peachy. Take the man's pictures, and let's get the hell out of this place.
Yeah, it's both the plastic, isn't it, Rich, in the way it like forms the actual structure of it. Because I know of a lot of the gas mask things, they leak if you don't make them out of the right structure.
Are you here to help?
You don't know what it's like.
Port Neptune for supplies. Fontaine, Artix. They spit, they stink. But they deliver, and they don't ask questions. He reminds me a bit of the Germans. So efficient. It wouldn't surprise me if he was running things down here.
Yeah, I mean, glow in the dark would be cool, but yeah, like I said, I don't know enough about the what's it called, molecular sort of structure of plastic. That's annoying, Sweet Ride. Yeah, nearly all like basically every filter ever since World War I have charcoal in them, because charcoal is very good at absorbing poison gases. Out of ammo. Film before.
He's got a gun!
The death penalty and rapture. Council's in an uproar. Right, streets, they say. But this is the time for leadership. Action must be taken against the smugglers. Contact with the surface exposes rapture to the very parasites we fled from. You stretched necks are a small price to pay for our deals.
No, you're right, Plato. Yeah, I'm on live chat at the moment, Rich, but yeah, it's still not very good. It still hides messages at random, like if they've got random words in them that YouTube doesn't like. Film that to apply as much film as possible because it's so useful in this.
We tricked you, monster.
Get me back! Back out!
My favourite modern gas mask, other than the Avon CT12 and FM12, maybe those modern Chinese ones, whatever they're called. You know, like nice panoramic sort of versions of the FM12, whatever their rip-off of the S10 sort of thing was. But yeah, there's quite a few I like. Quick save and we'll carry on. MF14, yeah, it might be that one. I've got a couple of them, but I just can't remember the name with all like the different masks I have. But yeah, it really depends on what you want in a mask, doesn't it? Because obviously if you want a mask that's really versatile and does everything, you probably want a FM53. If you just want a simple mask, something like the FM12 or something like that's good enough.
I traded you, oh Lord, for mammon. And what did it get me, huh?
Alright, hype.
Welcome to the circus of value. Feel your cravings in the circus of value.
You know, it's not all the gameplay in this game.
The smuggler is the friend of the parasite. It is your duty to report the smuggler.
Right. We've just got some horrible hiccups, but hopefully they'll stop and I can carry on. Those horrible phlegmy sort of bily ones I've been getting recently. Yeah, I feel fine other than when I'm coughing.
I sent you foil!
Yeah, I get this thing now and again where I get, you know, coughs that bring up more like phlegmy sick almost stuff. The heat's going down quite a lot this week, thankfully. Yeah, I sort of get this thing annoyingly, like, every now and again. I don't know if it's because of my ulcerative colitis or whatever. Or I'll feel fine 1 minute, another I'll get this sort of, like, hiccupy cough at the same time, where it almost brings up bile. It's quite nasty stuff, and, you know, I've spoken to doctors about it, and then other than some, like, stomach calming, like, medication, they can't really give you much. But, so to feel fine otherwise, it's just, like, every now and again you'll get these coughs. And then it's suddenly fine afterwards. It's really weird, but it's like obviously bloody annoying for the obvious reason. I'm trying to think of a good way of explaining it, but it's kind of like if you get phlegmy cough-ups. Yeah, 110 sounds horrible. What's that in Celsius? But yeah, I imagine it's very hot. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I'll buy one of those medical trays, whatever they're called. Like the sick pan ones, but yeah. Was it a spittoon they used to call them in the old days? But yeah, something like that. So yeah, I can actually chuck it into a bucket rather than having to reach for a tissue or whatever, yeah. But yeah, I think it's like a stomach acid problem. Sometimes I have weeks where it's fine, and other times I have like weeks where it's really bad. You know, regardless of what my diet's been. And again, there's some things that can aggravate it, but then sometimes it can just like come out of nowhere, like now where I was fine at the beginning of the stream, and then all of a sudden, you know, like it's getting like, every time you talk there's like air trying to come up. Yeah, 43 does not sound fun.
I met Ryan the day me and the lads were installing the bathroom plumbing up in his Collie Park Avenue digs. Wait, says he. What's with all the brass fittings? General contractor had me down for the tip.
Now, are you ever bringing old Peach them nappies?
Interrupting my Bill McDonough thing about how he got invited by Ryan to build Rapture. Not having that. Yeah.
I met Ryan the day me and the lads were installing the bathroom plumbing up in his Collie Park Avenue digs. Wait, says he. What's with all the brass fittings? General contractor had me down for the tip. Well, I says, I suppose it's the contractor then who'll be mailing out your new ones a fortnight, is it? If it's price you're worried about, I'll be picking up the brass, so not to worry, Squire. Then why would you be doing that, says he? Well, Mr. Ryan, profit or not, no man bails water out of privies built by Bill McDonough. Next day I finds out I'm Ryan's new general contractor.
Yeah, I just like cold weather generally because it's just pleasant to be out in. You know, and if you're cold, wear another layer.
I'm closing in on the whole thing. I'd pat myself on the back, but let's face it, these aren't exactly bloodthirsty desperados we're talking about. Rapture's full of poets, artists, and tennis players, not hired gorillas. But this leader, there's this Fontaine. He seems to know his way around the grift. He keeps his nose clean, but not so clean. The right people don't know he's not to be trifled with.
Right, I might as well just swap static discharge for static discharge too, because I know I can have swap it for wrench jockey, but wrench jockey. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this where it's like, oh, we tried to make it look, you know, like an old thing, but we didn't quite get it right. Let's just drink all these and see how drunk I get. This guy sobers up much faster than I do when I get drunk. We've got a couple of old ones. Bart has more film cameras than I do, but yeah, but again, I have no idea what models they are or what they're worth. We've got a load of old Polaroids, because obviously they were popular in the 70s. But again, I know the Polaroid does like modern Polaroids, which are probably better in every way than the old Polaroids, but yeah. Again, old cameras are nice, but I think digital is just too convenient at this point.
Rapture's changing, but Ryan can't see the walls in the woods. He's a Fontaine fella. He's a crook and a proper tea leaf, but he's got the atom, and that makes him the governor. Sinking the profits back into bigger and better plasmids, doing them Fontaine poorhouses, Fontaine recruiting centres. What we know it, bloke's gonna have an army of splicers. We're gonna have ourselves a whole heap of miseries.
Look at that one. We have to go straight down, don't we? So, there. Then that one. Then the other way down. We want the right angle one, so that one, and then that one. I was saying to people earlier, hype, after this one I might stream Bioshock 2. Because Bioshock 2, while I don't think it's as good in terms of story and lore, I think it's much better in terms of, you know, gameplay mechanics, like you don't have to do the hacking. Because after last day's stream I looked at trying to get a hacking mod, you know, like one where you could just not do the hacking. And turns out they don't exist for it. So there's lots of mechanics like that just make me think, yeah, Bioshock 2 is so much better than this one, in terms of gameplay. But like in terms of story and lore, this one is way, way better. But not enough money. Is it crashed? Is it crashed? Unfortunately, I think the game's crashed. I'll end the stream here, and I'll start again tomorrow where we left off. So yeah, sorry about that. Bye.